Shabbat Shalom and greetings to you all. Happy birthday, Helen, one of my oldest, dearest friends, and she, like the rest of us, is still waiting for spring. You know, there was a snowstorm here on March 31st, so what came in like a lion actually went out like a lion. It's not supposed to work that way. I remember when climate change was called global warming. Well, if there is global warming, I can use a little right now. Maybe that's why they changed the name, because it wasn't actually warming. Now, as long as there's been man on Earth, we have affected the globe in every aspect of it. And I guarantee, none of that in necessarily the best of ways. It's who and what we are. We act without thought. We ruin and then realize. We strip resources and then say, oops. Genesis 6:5. And the Lord saw that human bad was multiplied in the earth, and every inclination of his heart's thoughts was only bad all the day. Well, we stink. We haven't changed, but, you know, we are one. We are connected to each other. And as frightening as that sounds to some, we're connected to the earth and all aspects of it, and to the universe as we know it. And as it continues to expand, we're still connected to it. So, of course, we do affect our world. We're just finally deciding we've affected it a little more than perhaps we would have liked. But, of course, that is man. And that is also man's ego. You know, we simply rule the world. Man thinks because he rules the earth, he can do with it as he please. And if things don't change soon, he will. Oh, man has invented his doom. The first step was touching the moon. Now there's a woman on my block. She just sit there as the night grows still. She say, who gonna take away his license to kill? Maybe a noise maker, spirit maker, heartbreaker, backbreaker, leave no stone unturned. Maybe an actor in a plot that may be all that he got. So your error, you clearly learn. You know, that's a good question. Is man ever going to learn? Ever? I don't think so. Well, friends, we are in the first 12 days of the year. So if you're going to learn now. And I got to start mine by almost speaking with someone I've been wanting to speak to for a while. We will catch up sooner or later, Brett. I can't wait to hear about your wedding plans. Now, we had overwhelming requests, my friends, for the booklet. So everybody's been sent it to start the 12 days. It began on April 5th, which is just the other day. And basically, it will take you up to the 2 days leading to Passover to plan for your year, to plan your you, because it's all about the changes you want to make for your life. And then having, you know, that set in mind, right? Because you get to set what you want for each of the days. You get to then celebrate being free, most important day of the year. Just plan on having the 12 greatest gifts in the world, because you can ask for all of them during these 12 days. On the first day of this year, my true soul gave to me the freedom of creativity. On the second day of this year, my true soul gave to me all-round sense of security. And sense of security is a fantastic thing to have. On the third day of the year, my true soul, let me state the importance of learning to communicate. And learning how to communicate, my friends. If you can't do anything, learn to communicate. It's so important to do. On the fourth day of the year, my true heart was seeing all I need for emotional well-being. On the fifth day of my year, my true soul gave to me time for fun and family. I don't know that there's anything more important than being able to spend time with family. So important. On the 6th day of my year, my true soul's great wealth came from the ability to always have great health. As you can see, there's nothing you can't ask for, my friends, in these fantastic 12 first days of the year. Well, since we in the world are all connected, let's share that connection right now as we come together as we always do as a community, a like-minded, like-souled unification of spirit, the collective consciousness of seekers all coming together in a showing of faith, of love, a community, a chavura, a fellowship, expressing our nature of kindness, compassion, thoughts, feelings, hopes, dreams, and wishes that unites us all. This community house of spirit, Beth Ruach. So once again, please do go ahead and invite everybody you know, physically, psychically, emotionally, spiritually. Have them all come gather and share. From Psalm 133, the Hine Matov, come together. Hine Matov. Shevet Hine Matov. How good and pleasant it is for brothers and sisters together. Community. Together. As a community, my friends, let's all spread love, goodwill, and fellowship to the entire world. Remember, this is you're sending out some of the goodwill that we all generate. We all generate goodwill. Now, all we're doing is sending it out to the universe where it can do the most good. And the universe certainly needs as much goodwill as it can get. And as Dave says goodbye, and Alex says goodbye, and as the year says goodbye, so we join together to say goodbye to Javier Alfred Baruch Dayan Emet. Blessed is the true judge. Javier will take his place beneath the wings of protection in the Garden of Eden. So let's take a moment as the year leaves to invoke healing and spiritual renewal for everybody, and for everybody you can think of, everybody you know, for the souls and spirits of everybody you know. Think of whoever that needs healing and renewal and love, or maybe just a little bit goodwill. Everybody needs some. Focus on them. Call their name. It's not just for people. It's for our pets. It's for the earth. It is the healing of the world, the tikkun olam. It's part of our spiritual genetic makeup, and it's part of your own personal private world. For Bob, for Rudy, for Coco, for Gloria and Veronica, for Rose Marie, and of course for all of you. This time of newness, you need renewal too. Friends, it is the kindness, healing, wishes, goodwill, and love we all send out that circles the world, finding those in need. So thank you, each of you, for all you do, for all you care, because the world is a world of spirit. And spirit, my friends, never dies. May the source of strength bless the ones before us. Help us find courage. Make our lives a blessing. The renewal of body. The renewal of spirit. Let us say, Amen. Mishaberach, let us all have our spirits renewed, my friends. This is the great prayer for healing, in which we call upon God to heal as He has healed before. Mishaberach, may He who blessed. Let's all heal as we close out this year with hopes, dreams, and wishes for the next, because we all want to start the new year differently. Now, this week we're reading one of what's usually read as a double parsha again. And again, we spread them out in leap years, okay? So that's how you're always going to know what it is. So why wouldn't we split great parshas like creation or Noah and take 2 weeks for them? Instead, it would be so much nicer. But, don't forget, originally the call was to read the Torah once every 7 years and all at once. And it was not all 5 books either. But we switched it to weekly and to include all the 5 books. So the splits in the titles were all arbitrarily added much later. But as I said, this week and next are usually burned through together as one, and with good reason. But now we're going to spend 2 weeks on them. This is tazria, she shall bear seed. It's about menstruation. Now, a woman who's bearing seed is considered impure. We're in the book of separation and division and distinction. It's the priestly book of rules and regulations. But it's more than this. They then talk about her having a baby, so her impurity is different depending on whether she's going to have a male or a female baby. Leviticus 12:2. Speak to the children of Israel, saying, a woman, when she will bear seed and give birth to a male, will be impure 7 days. She will be impure like the days of the impurity of her menstruation. And if she will give birth to a female, then she will be impure 2 weeks, like her impurity. Now, don't forget, the priest is now in charge of remedy. Okay? So if a boy, for 33 days, she's to go through purification and be kept away from the Holy Assembly. But if she has a female, that 33 days becomes 66 days. I guess it was better to have a boy. Now, the great analyst, who to some might have caused more damage than good, Sigmund Freud, expounded the psychological component in explaining why this subject is so mysterious and even intimidating to males. Even at a more conscious level, blood is intimidating to a large proportion of us who look away when blood is drawn when we go to the doctors, whether it's from us or anybody else, or who cannot bear to watch bloody scenes in drama, or who are distressed at the idea of contact with another person's blood, or who, like Lady Macbeth, associate blood with guilt. Out damned spot. Blood is powerful. For a woman, though, it's a natural part of her life from the time of puberty, visible each month. But for a man, it's a sign that something is wrong, almost always associated with injury or illness. Now, our only previous exposure was Rachel and her father when he was searching for the missing household items. Laban wants his teraphim back, but not enough to approach his daughter when she has the way of women. That's how strong this infection can be. And make no mistake, this is treated as an infection. And since we now have found ourselves in the doctor-priest book of Leviticus, we jump right onto another issue. Leviticus 13:2. When a person will have a swelling or a rash or a bright spot in his flesh's skin, and it becomes an affliction of leprosy in his flesh's skin, and he will be brought to Aaron the priest or to one of his sons the priest. Well, we're in the section of dermatological issues. We just had an invisible problem, but now we have a visible one. But both result in isolation, separation, and the need for purification. Friends, when one has a visible problem on his or her skin, it's a special distress. It's embarrassing, it's frightening, one feels ugly. One does not know how long it will last. One wonders if others are making fun, or pitying, or maybe just feeling disgusted. The laws in this section convey that it is not that the person has done something wrong. That is not something intrinsic in the person's behavior. Being impure because of a skin condition does not mean that one has done something wrong any more than being impure because one happens to be menstruating means that one has done something wrong. But we need to learn to be sensitive to the added distress, embarrassment, and vulnerability that's going to be felt by those who suffer from illnesses that affect their appearance. But if nothing else, take away the great insight we have been given into the ancients' view of contagion, purity, impurity, holiness. They were treated as contagions, seen like we see microbes. By exposure, you could become unclean, and by exposure, you could become holy. If it were today, everybody'd be walking around in hazmat suits. Yes, my friends, the world is sacred, and so is everything in it. Express your gratitude, light a candle, make a wish. Celebrate your life and the lives of those you love. Share your feelings with them. Live free, be free, honor your freedom, be well, be happy, and be blessed. Share and honor the light and all who live in the light and continue to shine. Continue to send everybody you know goodwill and love. Pray for peace and freedom for everyone, and end to terror and hatred. Remember, friends, we are a community. We learn together, we celebrate each other, we love each other. We share this right together, men and women equally. Let us send out love, not fear, send out peace, harmony, goodwill, healing to all who need it. And please do learn to forgive, learn to love, including yourself. Now open your hearts and honor the relationships of your life. Tell those you love that you love them. Take advantage of the time you have. Enjoy your journey, my friends. We take the twists and turns and the patterns that weave through the fabric of our lives in our effort to grow, to learn to be to love. So please do love. Now bless you all. Have a fantastic week, a week of love and light, a week of peace, a week of miracles. There's miracles going on in your life all the time. Examine your intentions. This is really the time for it. And use them to imprint your will on the universe, because we set in motion everything that happens in our lives. Our intention, our kavana, our cause, our effect, everything is linked. Now, as I've said, you always have time to forgive and to be forgiven. You have the knowledge of what is good and bad. So acknowledge what you've done wrong to yourself, to God, and to any person you've wronged, and then ask forgiveness. Do so with sincerity, accountability, vulnerability. Forgive those who've hurt you, as you learn to be forgiving and compassionate. The secret of forgiveness, compassion, and peace, my friends, is in acceptance. Can you accept yourself, other people in the world just as they are? Can you accept life just as it is without trying to control it? If you do, you can experience the peace that acceptance brings. So do not stop your journey. Keep on dreaming, keep on being, keep sharing, keep shining, keep teaching, keep spreading joy and goodwill. And do not follow fear. Follow love. It's always in front of you. And remember to have faith, an unwavering adherence to principle, just as I have faith in the principle of love in all of you. Please act with purity of heart and mind. Despise none, defraud none, hate none. Cherish all. Honor every child of God, every creature of the earth. May all people know peace this year. May you nurture kindness and love everywhere. Work to be present in the body. Expand the heart, quiet the mind, because the deepest source of real power lies in your consciousness and your ability to be mindful, to be aware, to be present in all of life's circumstances. Make the most of your time in this life. Continue to touch and transform the lives around you, because you're never alone. You are forever blessed, and you have the ability to bring blessings to everybody you meet. Health, love, renewal to everybody you come across. We're all energy, and energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transformed. Friends, your words are your power to transform, to love, to bless. So be generous with them. Bless others and bless yourself. And love with the heart, because we're all part of a greater whole. Embrace love, not fear, forgiveness, not anger. And be there for someone, because someone will always be there for you whether you know it or not. Most of the time we don't know it. So continue to explore faith and belief and how it works for you, and never accept shame as a natural state. Whatever you feel others have felt, whatever you've experienced, others have too. We share together, we learn together, we help each other come together. We are, each of us, simply trying to find love and acceptance and support. We all have or could have that special someone in our lives, so find them. Tell them what they mean to you. And remember, you're never alone on your journey to your promised land. Watch those words of yours. They hurt you, they heal you, they imprison you, and they free you. Think about the people you need to forgive, and those you need to ask forgiveness of. We always need to. Forgiveness comes from acceptance, and that brings peace. And peace, my friends, can and will last forever. So enjoy the week. Remember, the new year is upon you. Make your wish each day. Make the choice in how you want it to unfold. It's completely up to you. You need to have the vision of where you want to go. And remember, the priest, he's now the one who has the remedy for whatever ails you. I told the witch doctor I was in love with you. I told the witch doctor he did love me too. And then the witch doctor, he told me what to do. He said, ooh ee, ooh ah ah, ting tang, walla walla bing bang. Ooh ee, ooh ah ah, ting tang, walla walla bing bang. Ooh ee, ooh ah ah, ting tang, walla walla bing bang. Ooh ee, ooh ah ah, ting tang, walla walla bing bang. Now that was originally by Alvin and the Chipmunks. We had Alvin, Simon, and Theodore. Now they were not as polite as the polite Gophers, But those were obviously the greater talking animal days, and the king of them all was the one and only Mr. Ed. Well, go make your wishes for the year, my friends. Create a vision and always expect the unexpected. Shabbat shalom and blessings to you all. Take care. We'll speak to you soon.